But a recent study found that young people are actually most at risk in this case. According to Cedars-Sinai Hospital, the number of heart attack deaths among 25 to 44-year-olds in the U.S. over the first 2 years of the pandemic was 30% higher than predicted. Dr. Celine Gounder is here on set with us to talk more about it. She's editor-at-large for public health at Kaiser Health News, and she is also an infectious disease specialist and epidemiologist and a CBS News medical contributor. Dr. Gounder, thank you for being here. What stood out to you in this study?
I think the fact that you're seeing such a big increase specifically in the youngest age group, so the 25 to 44-year-olds, you saw this 30% increase in the risk of death from heart attack. And that really is quite striking. That's not a group, an age group in which you normally see heart attacks, much less dying from a heart attack.
So to do a study like this, you look at the years prior to the pandemic and the typical rate of heart attack death in that age group, and then you see it increase, and you wonder what's the new variable. And so the pandemic is that new variable?
That's right. So these researchers looked at 10 years of data across the U.S., all the death certificates that get filed with the CDC, that data. And so what they saw is...
So what we're listening to is CBS News, and they're talking about the pandemic and the data in regards to these different conditions that are happening. And look what they won't say. It's the exact headline of the Babylon Bee that we discussed a while back. What's causing all these issues? It's certainly not the thing that everybody thinks is causing the issues.
Prior to the pandemic, heart attack deaths were actually dropping. And then that trend reverses, and you see those deaths go up, especially among that youngest age group during the pandemic.
And do we know why why younger people might be more at risk? Or
we don't know for sure. And in fact, these death certificates are probably not even capturing the fact that they might have had COVID.
We don't know for sure, but it's awkward in that you're not even bringing up what the elephant in the room. They don't bring it up in this clip at all.
We don't know for sure. And in fact, these death certificates are probably not even capturing the fact that they might have had COVID. They're really just saying, did you die from a heart attack or not? What we do know, however, is that younger people were less likely to protect themselves against COVID than older people, less likely to mask.
So they twisted back into, they don't know, they didn't connect these two things, but somehow it got twisted back into taking that Jabberwocky. Damar Hamlin is not a free man. He doesn't act like a free man. Chelsea Handler, as much as I liked her clips, we have mixed reactions to her clips in the chat. Friend of the show, Caswell Gulch, was like, meh. But I thought her clips were very funny. I don't think she's going to test this beast right here.
You're 24, peak physical condition, can run circles around me right now. How did doctor describe what happened to you?
That's something I want to stay away from.
You're 24, peak physical condition.
This is Damar Hamlin. Of course, we know what happened as far as just generally speaking on the football field. He's doing an interview. If he doesn't want to talk about this, it's a weird idea to go on with Michael Strahan and do an interview. So I'm not trying to pry into this bruh's life. He doesn't have to tell anybody anything, but probably don't want to do an interview with Michael Strahan in one of the biggest GMA shows out there on ABC. If you don't want to talk about the big question we all have, this is the number one question. Strahan set it up for him perfectly because you want someone to feel comfortable. So he's like, ha, you can run circles around me, and then hit him with the hardball question. And Damar Hamlin looks scared out of his mind.
Can run circles around me right now. How did doctor describe what happened to you?
That's something I want to stay away from.
Oh,
you're 24.
Oh, something you want to stay away from. Why you do the interview then, bro? That's a fair question. You don't have to tell me anything. I just want to know why you did the interview. And I'm not saying that his lack of an answer means one thing one way or the other. He could be scared of the football league. He could be scared of the NFL. He could be scared of brought to you by...
The 65th Grammy Awards is sponsored by
He could be scared of a lot of things. And Chelsea Handler's, as much as I like the jokes, as much as I'm interested in seeing more of her from her, watching her stand up, and I'd like to see her host the show, she would never talk against that.